Hi, I'm Khaira Binte Ismail, metric number 61125, and today I will be talking about this huge topic relating with our pandemic and also related to the ecotourism industry in Malaysia. So, the title of the topic is Breaking Through the Global Pandemic. As we all know, our country are currently facing a global pandemic COVID-19 since the early of 2020. And until today, 9.3 million of people had affected, while 2 million death cases has been reported. And even in Malaysia itself, we already reached 150,000 cases with almost 600 death cases. And surely this pandemic has totally changed our lifestyle in a new way. We are now living following these new terms such as social distancing, SOP, sanitizer, face masks, online learning, and many more. And you can see from the pictures that I've shown, here are what the pandemic does to the people, not just in our country but also around the world. And in Malaysia, our government had launched several precaution rules, such as movement control order, which was first announced back in March 2020, where this announcement has ordered to close any unessential business such as school, restaurant, and many more. And also, due to this MCO, Malaysia had temporarily shut down any movement from outside and inside of the country. So meaning that we already closed our border, so anyone, any tourist, any foreigner, they cannot come into Malaysia. And due to this condition, all ecotourism activity also has been shut down, which costing about $32 billion loss in just a year. This is the number just for a year. But still, throughoutly, our country financial status has been drastically dropped due to the MCO itself. And just when we thought things are getting better, our Prime Minister recently had launched another movement control order to several states due to the increase of the cases. So, when talking about this pandemic, how does this has affected Malaysia ecotourism industry? Firstly, we can see that there is a workforce reduction happening, where about 100,000 of people are unemployed due to the layoff. Again, it is because of the financial situation, and it also includes the ecotourism worker. Because the ecotourism activity were completely shut down, some small ecotourism company, they cannot pay this huge amount of employees, so they have to cut their worker number, and this what caused some of the workers has affected due to the pandemic itself. And secondly, the pandemic has also caused lost source of conservation funding. As we all know, our ecotourism conservation and preservation activities are basically relay from the funding gained from the ecotourism activities, which came from the ecotourism itself. Without an efficient funding, the preservation and natural resources or any wildlife habitat of this ecotourism landscape, it could be totally affected. So the biggest question is, can Malaysia become one of the ecotourism destination after the recent pandemic strike? Well, we can never predict how long this pandemic will affect our people, but we are still under the precaution and in recovery process. So there is no an exact answer to tell when will our ecotourism activity will start again like it used to be. But frankly speaking, I will definitely sure that Malaysia can become one of the ecotourism destination after the pandemic. So why? First of all, we need to look at the positive effect. People might be thinking, oh, is there any positive effect in the pandemic? Well, in environmental matter, yes, there is. The first positive effect is the pandemic has significantly lowered the environmental pollution. Due to the less human activity in the ecotourism side, there is low chance of pollution and any kind of nature destruction. There is also reduction noise and at the same time it helps to balance the ecological system among the wildlife habitat. Therefore, when our ecotourism destinations are starting to getting better naturally, it will surely provide a better ecotourism attraction to the upcoming tourist destination in the future. The second reason why Malaysia will be one of the ecotourism attraction is because Malaysia is already known with its diversity. And even before the pandemic happened, thousands or millions of people around the world has discovered or know Malaysia diversity and the uniqueness. We are well known with our diversity of cultural and heritage places, amazing landscape, unique wildlife habitat, and you can see here are the example of Malaysia ecotourism favorite destination such as Mount Kinabalu, Gunung Mulu, Batu Cave, and this is the exotic Malaysia Rafflesia plant. And also, don't forget the people of Malaysia, the cultures, the languages, the diverse ethnicity, the food, the tradition, and many more. And this diversity are one of the things that cannot be taken away even by the pandemic itself. Although we're still facing this pandemic situation, the most important thing that we can do right now is to promote Malaysia ecotourism activity into a broader area. We already did promote our ecotourism destination, but we need to do more. If we cannot bring people in here, we need to bring out our places into the outside. So how are we going to do that? One of the most effective method is using website and social media. As we all already know, social media is becoming our daily activity now. We spend most of our time browsing through our phone, communicating, and also using our social media. So why not take this opportunity to implement our promotion using social media? For instance, using TikTok, which has become surprisingly popular nowadays. So we can create some sort of campaign or competition for our local people to share or promote their hometown ecotourism site and share it through the social media. Therefore, people from around the world they can experience and learn more about the Malaysia ecotourism destination. Secondly, we also can use the interactive mobile games. We can hire any technology expert to build any kind of interactive games or apps. Especially with the innovation and the rapid growth of the technology, we can create anything from digital into a real life experience. For example, the AR technology, where people can experience being in a certain location which felt like a real life. This is what I was talking about when we take the ecotourism destination to people and they can have this experience at home just by simply pressing any buttons on their mobile phones or laptops. So what can I say about Malaysia Ecotourism 2021? Well, our government has already planning and making some discussion on how to rebuild and recover all the financial loss in ecotourism industry itself. And surely we all hope that this pandemic will be over soon and we can start playing our own role in preserving our nature by taking a responsible action to avoid any destruction activity, and we all can work together to promote more our proudest diversity throughout the world. And I think that's all from me. Hopefully we can see again. It's been a nice discussion. Thank you very much. Bye.